kind of like Crazy Train.
Right into Crazy Train, yeah.
There. Oh, we're live.
We are. I got you right in there. I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." I really want Mike McGee to do our intro. Well, welcome to Three Geeks Podcast. It's Mike and Justin today. How's it going, Mike?
It's going well. Good to be back.
I
was just saying to you earlier, like, you and I have seen a lot more of each other than the rest of the crew, I think.
We have, yeah. We interviewed a gentleman that was a composer. Feel free to catch that interview. He was a lot of fun. So check our Three Geeks account. I don't think we posted it yet, so that's coming out soon. It'll be good.
Yep.
Max should be joining us soon.
He's having difficulties.
Yeah. Outside of just being Max.
Outside of just being Max, he's having technical outside of Max difficulties.
So in geek news,
and boy, do we have it.
Yeah, right? Did you? Okay, this isn't geek, but I was kind of thinking about Jason when I saw this. Did you see where Grease is getting a prequel? I did not know that.
I did not know that. I'm not the biggest.
It's for Paramount Plus. I'm not either. I'm just saying. I figured in my mind Jason would want to hear about this, but yeah, Grease prequel.
Well, is it gonna be about the summer lovin'? Because that would be.
I mean, it happened so fast.
That'd be kind of weird.
There, he's in the car. Technical difficulties is not the car, Max.
That's what it means when I'm trying to do Pokemon and podcasts, and so I'm out in the world, and the stuff that I brought to podcast is not working for me. So I'm on my phone.
So what was the game plan? Were you just gonna walk around with one camera on your head, and then just other one Pokemon Go?
The hotspot from my phone.
Yeah.
And use a small what do you call it? Little not MacBook, the Chromebook. But
okay.
that thing wasn't working. So
are we used to sit in a park bench and
No, I'm in the car at a park. I'm not on a park bench.
No, I know you're in a car now. But I'm saying, where is that your plan? To have a picnic table, a Chromebook, and then Pokemon Go to your right?
I was always gonna be in the car, but I was gonna have more. I was just gonna be on my phone.
Oh, because you could use your phone to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
While you're doing it.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Yeah, I got you. You probably still could do it as long as you.
You look like you're about to do a fast food drive-through review.
That's true. You do look like that. That's a wonderful analogy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Give this chicken sandwich how many stars?
The Burger King chicken sandwich is not it's not living up to the hype. Some people said that the Burger King chicken sandwich was as good as Popeyes or better, and I'm here to dispute that. It is not. It's not that good. It's still Burger King quality.
I'm so glad to hear that. Max, I was just telling Mike here that there's a Grease prequel ordered by Paramount Plus.
Fuck! Awesome! I love prequels. I really care about what fucking John Travolta was doing before he banged that chick one summer.
We were just talking about that. Is that what the prequel's gonna be? Is the summer lovin'?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, that's stupid. I don't care.
So here's the prequel definition. It's said to be set 4 years before the original Grease movie, with the story set to focus on 4 fed-up outcast girls who dare to have fun on their own terms.
Why don't they just call it something else?
Yeah, I'm kind of it sounds like a completely different story.
Yeah, it's just using the Grease name to get some cash.
And all it's going to be is hey, there's... What? Was there a character named Rizzo? I feel like or am I just confusing him with the Muppets?
That was
it's he'll walk by in the background. Hey, look, it's that guy. You know that guy.
Him. You.
See, why don't at least I'll give the Star Wars prequels this. It wasn't just 4 years earlier. It was let's go 30 some years earlier or something.
5 years earlier.
Well, yeah. But it's why not just go back? Why not go back to the days of when the town was first founded? Why not?
Right?
Establish all those families, and then maybe they can do some Hatfield and McCoys type shit.
Just call it something else. Like, there's
Yeah.
no reason for a Grease prequel. There's no reason for that. Like, let Grease be Grease, and don't try to trade on its fucking name. Like, that shit is stupid. Fucking Dirty Dancing Havana Nights.
Hashtag let Grease be Grease. Free Grease. Hashtag free Grease.
Hashtag stay greasy.
Stay greasy. There we go. Oh, that could be so many different things, though.
Stay greasy.
Well, we're already off the rails, and it's only.
I mean, it's fine, but this is great. Cool. This is great. We get Max in a car doing sandwich reviews, talking about Grease. In Batman news, it sounds like I was not aware Colin Farrell's going to be the Penguin. Did we know that?
Yeah, he's the Penguin in the Pattinson one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm down for this. I'm not a huge Colin Farrell fan, but every now and again he can bring something pretty good to the table. So we'll see if it's one of the hits or versus one of the many misses.
I think he's got some prosthetics. Like I know this is supposed to be like probably a more grounded type of Batman thing, so you won't get like wah wah wah. But he's got like I think a weird nose and is put on a little bit of poundage for the role. From what I'm reading, he's only in, from what he said in this podcast, 5 or 6 scenes. So he's not really even in the movie. He just makes a cameo almost. Well, that's good. Setting up future stuff. Yeah,
that's
of course.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm 100% down for that. The Penguin can easily be a facilitator character. He doesn't have to be the main villain. You just know that he's a bad guy, who is around. I'm totally fine with that.
I look forward to seeing it in 3 or 4 years whenever they do actually get done with it. So
that makes sense. Right? It's also some news. I don't know if everybody here watches Bridgerton. I know Max brought it up in our remix last week. They paused season 2 due to COVID, so season 2 will be delayed.
Season 2 of what? I'm sorry.
Bridgerton.
Your favorite, Max.
The sexy guy from Bridgerton. We brought him up last week.
The black guy from Bridgerton isn't even in it, because the story was going to follow.
I don't know.
So,
spoilers.
No, because I heard he quit the cast, but he wasn't even really in season 2 anyway. So.
He quit the cast, huh? Well, I mean, if he's not in it, then might as well do something different.
Or, as we learned from Space Jam, Max, we can have digital versions of him inserted into the...
Have you guys watched Space Jam? Because I have avoided it just because I've heard it's so bad. Did you watch it?
Yeah. If Jason didn't like it, I know I'm going to fucking do it.
It's almost worth... I would almost want to watch it with you just to see how mad you're going to be during.
If I see it for free, then
HBO Max. I mean, I have it. If you want to come over, I don't know. I imagine we all have HBO Max though here. The cast. Do we have it?
Yeah, I think we do.
Either way, I have it, so we can watch it.
Yeah, you don't want to play. You don't want to pay full theater price to go watch LeBron James act.
I'm fucking doing that. There's no way.
Well, this whole thing made me go back and review kind of the original Space Jam and the Rotten Tomatoes score of it. I mean, they're pretty similar, right? The audience score is much higher for the original Space Jam, I believe. But I didn't realize it gotten panned as well. But I mean, to me, the '90s kid in me, I love Space Jam.
That I don't care about.
Yeah, but if you're the thing is though, us as kids, we cared a lot more about the Looney Tunes characters.
That's true.
And also, when you're a kid, you don't realize how bad Michael Jordan's acting is.
That's fair.
And if you watch it now, you're gonna see a lot of fucking parallels because Michael Jordan can't act either. He's a basketball player.
Yeah. You're totally right. But he is so much more charismatic. I think he's super charismatic.
Maybe, but I don't feel like it's that big of a difference.
No.
Fair.
But I'm not watching this Space Jam movie if I can avoid it.
And I know Jason brought up the thing of I know going in it's going to be a blatant commercial for Warner Brothers because the first one was. I'm like, yeah, the first one was too, but at least make it an enjoyable commercial for Warner Brothers that doesn't feel like it's hitting you over the head with its IP because this thing has a lot of IP in it. like I was mentioning in our group chats, like IP that I'm like, what was it thinking of having this in a kids film? Like
that's a terrible angle for you, Max. Just right in your armpit.
Yeah.
sorry, Mike. I shouldn't.
Oh no, it's all good. I was distracted for a second there too. I was like, "Come on, Max, compose the frame." God damn.
Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta hold this fucking thing.
Whose fault was that, Mr. Pokemon Go?
Look, I tried to have my cake and eat it too. It didn't work. Okay, like you gotta applaud a man for being ambitious.
I mean, are you really gonna lose out on a lot of Are there really a lot of people still catching those Pokemon?
Yeah, man. Like I'm out here with a group of like 8 people. We're rolling
like
around.
Together, like as a unit.
Yes, yeah, like physically in contact with each other.
Well, that's on you though. You sought out fierce competition, so.
Hey, no, I'm just saying, like, Pokemon
but you sought it out knowing that you had other things to do. So
Pokemon Go is still a thing. I tried to do all the things. It's not working out that way, but we're still trying to make it happen. I'm still out here. Still out here. We're
living your best life in the car,
right?
At the park. Yeah.
I got the AC cranked. We're good to go.
You're gonna kill your battery.
Yep. No, I'm gonna waste gas. I'd rather waste gas than kill batteries.
Yeah. All right, sorry, Mike. Back to Space Jam. Forgive me.
Oh no, it really isn't worth talking about too much. It's just like, yeah, it's a big commercial. It's a blatant big commercial. So at least that's what the first one has over, is that it felt like there was a better story going on in the first one from what I can remember.
Yeah.
But it's honestly just like, I don't care that much. I found it just kind of hilarious that this is a kid's movie that has the Droogs from Clockwork Orange, the nun from The Devils, and Jane Hudson from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane in it. Because, the kids got to get on the Whatever Happened to Baby Jane train fast. Seriously.
Right.
So
I mean, it's one of those cult classics. You gotta bring the people in. If they don't know, then how are they supposed to fall in love with it?
I mean, what 5-year-old or 6-year-old doesn't want to tune into Clockwork Orange when they're 5 or 6 years old?
Right?
Gosh, that was a dark movie.
Why not have the Droogs sitting courtside? that was the weird part of it for me. It's just like Danny DeVito's Penguin, Mr. Freeze, the nun from The Devils, and a couple of Droogs sitting courtside while Don Cheadle is being a terrible actor.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yep.
So Don Cheadle's trying to do the Bill Murray in this one?
I'm sorry?
Is Don Cheadle like the Bill Murray in this one?
No, he's the bad guy.
Oh.
He's the Warner Brothers algorithm called Algae Rhythm.
Terrible. Terrible.
And it's something that Warner Brothers views the opponent in this movie as their own, like, out of control AI.
Right. Like, oh yeah, we created Skynet and we have a problem now.
Yep.
That's hilarious. So another thing, Game of Thrones is starting to create more and more animated TV shows. At least they're booking that for what's the network? Sorry, I had a different page. So Game of Thrones, HBO Max developing more animated spin-off series for Game of Thrones.
Cool.
Does that excite you or no? Do we think animated series for Game of Thrones will be fun?
I love animation, so if they're doing like an anime style Game of Thrones, bring it on. Give me some brutal fucking fantasy style anime. I'm 100% on board. It's whatever. The stories need to be good, but I love animation. So like anytime you're gonna animate something versus doing it live action, I'm definitely on board.
I haven't been enthused about any of these new ideas for expanding Game of Thrones since the finale. I'm just like,
yeah, season 8 killed it, right?
It's one of those finales that's just like you will hesitate about revisiting the show again and again, even the good seasons.
I found that I can watch like seasons 1 through 3 pretty.
Yeah, where they're so far removed from where the show was going.
Yeah, once you get into like the dragon plot point and the dark the
once
zombie
they start running
stuff,
out of books, once they start running out of books to lift from, that's when it starts to go downhill.
And apparently fucks to give, right? Because they were like, let's get out of this thing and go do Star Wars. Like, they were over.
Oh yeah, no, they were done. They were
apparently
100% done.
Apparently they were like one of the first like recorded like panels at a Comic-Con that was booed. Like when they came after the finale, when they came out to do a panel, they were like actively booed. It's just like, Jesus, that's harsh because people at Comic-Con fucking love everything.
Yeah, like
usually a very supportive crowd. Yeah,
that's usually a cheap pop, like hey, Cleveland.
Did anybody see that Chucky teaser trailer for the sci-fi TV show? Are we familiar? Are we excited for that?
No.
Dude, it's 21 seconds. Do you want to see it?
Oh yeah,
sure. 21 seconds.
I mean,
I won't miss it. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Let me get to it.
Do we have to keep talking over it, or are we gonna get?
Sure. I have no idea. We can just figure that out as we go, I guess.
We'll probably be talking over it anyways. So I don't know. I never got into Child's Play as a franchise. Like, here's the whole thing. These things are fine as just like a one and done type of movie.
Yeah,
right.
In my opinion, Child's Play is fine as a one and done type movie. Let's see.
Man, I don't like that Chucky doll.
I don't like that kid.
Is that Timothy Chalamet guy?
Oh, I think you're right.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
October 12th. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that State of Georgia versus?
I don't know. I actually hit a button. It was one of the videos that popped up afterwards. State of Georgia.
That might be more interesting. Let's put up a civil suit video.
Yeah. We just watch C-SPAN for 2 hours. We'll love it here.
Yeah. I mean, Chucky's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And we watch anything fun? I'm running out of news.
I kind of did I've been doing a lot of movie marathons over the weekend I've been going out every once in a while a little bit more so, but then all the variants showed up, and I'm not talking about the Loki variants, and I'm just like, I'm scared again. So I'm going to hunker down for a little while. So I've been doing movie marathons over the weekend, and I saw a triple combo of what the fuckery last night.
Yeah.
It was The Empty Man, Shiva Baby, and Unforgettable.
Unforgettable, like with Clint Eastwood?
No, that's Unforgettable. Not
Unforgivables, I think what you're thinking.
Okay. Unforgiven or something like that.
Yeah, I was like,
one of the
Empty Man is it's a horror movie from last year that's like getting a cult following. It's weird, but like it goes into like Wicker Man territory halfway through. So I was like, is this gonna go Wicker Man on me? Oh, it kind of does, but it's not fun. Shiva Baby was actually good. It's like a dark comedy about a girl graduating college who has to attend a Shiva or a Jewish mourning gathering, and so it's a bunch of like her Jewish relatives being very, 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 very intrusive at her. So even though it's a comedy, like it was intense, but it was good, well acted, well written. And then Unforgettable, my new trash, as I like to call it. It's the Lifetime movie that I wish Lifetime would make. It's Rosario Dawson and Katherine Heigl fight over a piece of wheat toast who is a microbrewery guy. And Katherine Heigl's like channeling like her inner Joan Crawford from Mommy Dearest. She's like scary as shit.
So would you recommend any of them? Sorry, you're kind of breaking up, Mike. Unfortunately,
I was all over the place talk over you. Oh, it's fine. So yeah, I was all over the place last night, movie wise.
Awesome.
That's all.
Cool. And would you recommend any of the movies? The three?
Shiva Baby, I would.
Shiva, yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'd recommend The Empty Man and Unforgettable too. Like Unforgettable is just good for a laugh. Mm-hmm. The Empty Man, it's a curiosity just because it was like I thought it was going to be something like The Bye Bye Man or even like Candyman a little bit, but not as good. And then it's suddenly like, and we're just going to be about cults now, and we're going to be about like Inception, but not, and then time travel maybe. I don't know. So it decided to be everything the movie.
Yeah,
get out of here with the time travel.
Yeah, Max hates time travel, folks.
There wasn't real time travel, but it was like bending time, and you see oh well, this is what really happened, and we're gonna go back to this scenario and stuff. The first 15 minutes are tight though. They're the first 15 minutes that establish the premise, that would make for a great short film on its own. So I'd recommend the first 15 minutes of it, if anything.
So has anyone seen the Roadrunner movie by Anthony Bourdain? It just came out 2 days ago.
No, I want to see that.
Yeah. I recently got into his Parts Unknown, series. So yeah, I heard there's some controversy about dialogue in it. About
really?
Yeah, they got an AI or whatever to replicate his voice for email correspondence or something, and they didn't get approval from his immediate family and his fiance or girlfriend or whatever. So that's a little bit of a controversial thing, I guess.
What an interesting dude! I'm really excited to see it. I haven't get a chance to do it, but he seems like a very interesting man.
Oh yeah, he was on top of his stuff, and even with his first episode of Parts Unknown, to get into Myanmar, right after it really opened up, that's some heavy stuff for sure.
In Nicolas Cage news, have you guys seen Pig? I haven't watched Pig yet. He's getting good reviews.
I've been hearing about it.
Pig? Are you familiar with Pig at all? Or are you just not interested? Here, let me find a trailer because it's so weird. So I think it's important to watch.
Yeah. No, the last movie I saw was Fast and the Furious. And good God.
Are you?
He hasn't recovered yet.
Are you family memed out?
You can never be family memed out because family. But yeah, it's I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see another Fast and Furious movie for a year. So
right, let's watch this Pig trailer.
All right, Pig.
It's gonna be funny. I hope it's funny.
Big. Neon.
Then we can start about the state of Georgia. He is based in Portland in this movie, or Oregon rather. I don't know about Portland.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's like a truffle hunting pig. That's
yep.
Yeah.
And it's a fat Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
that's cool.
I
don't know how fat he is. I just remember someone saying he was fat.
Whoa, what? Wait, what? Okay.
Right? It's like John Wick for pig truffle hunting.
They stole his pig?
Stole his pig.
Damn.
Right?
Huh.
I'm looking for a truffle pig.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Store.
I don't understand. Tell him who you are.
You made the right choice.
Huh.
Being out there in the woods. There's nothing here for you anymore. There's really nothing here for most of us. Buy yourself a new pig.
Motherfucker, that was my pig.
Pigs are like dogs, man. They got personalities and everything.
You sure this isn't Dairy Maine and it is coming back?
I hope so.
I remember every person I ever served.
He's going to every restaurant.
You live your life for them, and they don't even see you. You don't even see yourself.
He looks like Detective Crashmore from.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't get a lot.
It's totally that.
To really care about.
Santa Claus is an actor.
Who has my pig?
Yeah.
Here's my pig.
Oh,
right?
Look at the little porker.
Cute little pig. So that's pig.
I was hoping for more of a John Wick situation.
Who knows? Maybe he goes off. Maybe he goes and murders people.
They're not giving you all the good stuff yet. It's like
hopefully. No, it looks good. I can deal with that. I'll watch
it's getting good reviews. It was off my radar until I saw everyone saying good things about it.
Honestly, Nicolas Cage playing the world's most isolated and restless pig farmer just sounds interesting already to me. So yeah, I'm all for that.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Or he's not really a pig farmer. He just has a pig.
That
truffle farmer. Then, yeah. Sorry.
They call me a truffle farmer.
His
Another
pig does
Nicolas
the
Cage
farming.
news. Yeah, another Nicolas Cage news. He was tagged for a Tiger King movie, which got canceled.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
God, that would have been good.
Right? That's all I wanted. I wanted him as the Tiger King dude because that's what he's supposed to play.
I
I
mean,
think that would be electric.
if he does it for like a 5-minute funny or die sketch, that's fine. But like,
Yeah, sign me up.
honestly, like that sensation came and went really fast. If you
Well,
see
but
now.
also like
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
dude, the Tiger King dude is his like he's so fucking crazy out there. Like you don't need a movie about this guy. Like it already was this huge spectacle movie. You know, like so
you have
like,
a documentary about it, it's like watch
Right,
that
right.
instead.
So like I would be more interested in like, you know, if Nicolas Cage is playing like a Tiger King type character, you know, like I can see that, but like I don't want a Tiger King movie about the documentary that we already saw because like it's
Right.
already
Mhm.
it's already ridiculous. So.
Well, now I'm just wondering who they would have gotten to play everyone else, like Carol Baskins, that bitch.
Bitch, Carol Baskin.
bitch Carol Baskins. Like, who do they got for that? Meryl Streep for Carol Baskins?
Ooh, that would be good too.
I would die. That would be so fun. Oh my gosh. I want just 30 minutes of that. Like to your point, I don't think I want a full movie, but I definitely want like a skit of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A skit's all you need. Like the documentary series is entertaining enough as it is, and is
Right.
chock-a-block full of what the fuck already. You don't need a movie. Like nothing will trump the real life story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I don't know what he's going to be doing in it, but Antonio Banderas is going to be in the new Indiana Jones 5 movie.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know what he's doing though, so that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Harrison Ford got hurt again.
Did he? I didn't hear that. Did he get hurt?
He got injured on set doing something. I think he's fine, I guess, but like that was a big thing. It's like, yeah, they started shooting and automatically Harrison Ford is injured. If he's not getting injured, he's crashing shit. It's like,
I mean, he's 95 years old. Like this is. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but like he's old. But that's
Yeah.
gonna
might
be
as
a
well
thing.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm fine with the 3 Indiana Jones movies we did get.
Yeah. We don't go to space in Indiana Jones, Indy.
No, they didn't
yeah.
go to space. They went
I
to
know,
the space,
alien.
the
Yeah.
space between spaces, if you recall.
Okay,
In
you're right.
that other movie that
The other movie, the non-Indiana Jones movie that references Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Did you-
Tarzan. I think that movie's
Right?
called Tarzan.
Tarzan. That's funny. What else do we got here? I'm just scrolling through some
Tarzan
stuff.
and the Space Monkeys.
I was unaware there's an iCarly revival TV show on Paramount Plus. I don't know if it's already out or.
Yeah, there was a little bit of controversy over this because, like, the best friend character.
Well, she quit acting, didn't she? The blonde, right?
They replaced her with a black chick,
Oh.
and people were like, "Oh, this is bullshit," you know.
Did they give her the same name, or did they just totally like be like, was that girl, or was it a whole new person?
No, it's a whole new character.
Oh, okay. What's the big deal then?
Yeah, I don't know, but I just remember there being a little thing because our people were like, "Oh, I see you out there just trying to look good for the you gotta hire a black chick so that you don't seem whatever like." It was like, okay, man, like
Yeah.
Just relax. Like,
It's not that far fetched, and have a person of a different color be your best friend. Like, I don't
Right.
get
do
it.
we still
Hey,
care this
like-
much about iCarly? I don't know.
right.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Like, I guess Gossip Girl's back too, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen like an episode of Gossip Girl.
Nope, never once. No, I
So-
never bothered.
They're reviving Dexter too, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm tired of. I really want some new stuff. Like, quit just remaking things. Like, just. I don't care if. I mean, I guess they care if it flops, right? That's the whole thing. They lose money. But at some point, like, we're just going to stop caring. Like, nostalgia is only going to sell for so far. Disney. but I just don't.
Yeah, and then also it's like you're not making anything new for people to be nostalgic about later.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
It's $1 today for $0 later, right?
And maybe
Well,
not
I mean-
even. Go ahead.
I mean, part of it is too. It's like these were surefire, safe bets in the past, so they are guaranteed to be that again, right?
Yeah,
It's like-
right. For one season, maybe, and then we'll find out. Have you guys seen that new Steam Deck? Shifting to gaming news, I don't know if you guys are gamers or not. I know Max is. Mike, do you play a lot of games?
I
Video
mean,
games?
on occasion, I'm not like into like PC or anything like that. It's more like
Gotcha.
I'm on Xbox and PS4.
Well, there's new handheld out for Steam. I think it's for Steam-based games. So that should be interesting. I don't know.
Kinda cool.
All of Valve stuff seems to crash and burn hardware-wise because they don't really support it. But it'd be interesting to see what happens with that.
Okay. Yeah. Put it on the handhelds.
Mhm.
Sure.
I've been
I mean,
getting back into my my Switch. I got on Overwatch finally on the Switch, so I'm playing an old game on an old console. But
Yeah, so that's the big thing. I mean, Max is still playing Pokemon Go, so it's
absolutely. I fucking playing Pokemon Go on my phone, but I'm playing Overwatch again. But like, it was this whole fiasco that almost made me throw my freaking Switch. I bought the game, right, and I thought I was getting one of the little Switch cartridge because I like to have the cartridges because I'm old school. And it gets here, and it's just the code, right?
oh no.
And so I was like, all right, well, I fucked up somewhere. I thought I was buying the cartridge, but apparently you can only get the code. So that wasn't me. I was just uninformed. But so I'm like, okay, well, I got the code. Then it's like, well, if you're trying to use the code, you need to buy Switch Online. So I was like, okay, buy Switch Online. I punch in my code. And then, the funny thing was, like, the game was supposed to come with 3 months free of Switch Online, but I got the game July 10th, and the 3 months free code expired June 31st or June 30th. So I was like, great, I missed out on my 3 free months. I didn't get the cartridge, and I still didn't know that the cartridge didn't exist. But I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm just mad now. I gotta pay, so I pay another $30 to get the year of Switch Online, and then I don't have enough freaking memory in my Switch, so I had to go buy another memory card. I ended up spending $90 on this freaking game. I'm just like, this is bullshit.
That's wild. That sucks.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
Max.
but I'm playing Overwatch again, and I enjoy it. So there's that.
All for a game that's 10
It's
years
been out
old.
for like 5 years.
5 years. Yeah. No. I'm curious, Max, because I know Overwatch isn't exclusive to Nintendo or anything like that, but it's an online MMO or what have you. Are there any like Nintendo exclusive online player games that are good that you would recommend?
I honestly don't know. Because all I've played on my Switch is Legend of Zelda, and I got the Dynasty Warriors Zelda.
Okay.
And I got the Tetris 99, which I also don't like because there's no just play Tetris by yourself feature.
That sucks.
You have to be playing Tetris with
with someone else. Yeah. I know they got the Mario Maker, the other Mario Maker that you can play like courses other people have designed, but it's not like you're playing, against anybody because I was never. But like, is Mario Party? There's no online function for Mario Party or anything like that, is there?
There should be. I'm not sure though. Okay, I don't play a lot of games.
Yeah.
But no, I should ask Dan because he's got a bunch of games. Like he would actually know a lot better than me. He actually plays the Switch.
Was it the Switch games that's like if you lick the cartridge, they taste really bad? Like that's like a
yes, yeah. They have like super sour stuff on them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, they coat the cartridges with like a chemical that like if you lick them, it's because it's supposed to like keep kids from eating them or something.
Yeah, which in turn spiked kids doing it because they wanted to see how it tastes.
Yeah,
right.
Because Tide Pods.
Yeah, because Tide Pods.
A new internet challenge. How long can you keep this Switch game in your mouth?
But I guess no. The cartridge thing would probably be the preferable option, just because at least this one doesn't kill you.
Right. Goodness sake.
Did you guys watch Demon Slayer? It was a Netflix.
Yes.
It was on Netflix. I read that I'm reading now that the studio and founder indicated for tax evasion. So they might be in some trouble.
That was not where I think that was going to be going.
Right? Dividend, right into
I thought you guys were going
right
to be like,
into jail.
awesome show. But then you're like, oh no, this dude, tax evasion.
Tax evasion.
I dig two of the characters on there. I dig that show, but two of the characters on this show are just fucking highly annoying to the point where I almost don't like the show anymore. And it's like, how much can I? If they're like heavily involved in the episode, I'm just like, oh my god, it's like a drag to get through. There's one.
Do you want
dude
to call
who's
these people
always
out?
Crying. Huh?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I think
sorry.
you're about
There's
to.
one dude, Zenny, I don't even know. I don't even fucking care. He sucks. He's crying all the time. Like, he's supposed to be a hero, and he's constantly like, "We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die." Like that's his whole character is just like fear and anxiety, and and then the other character is super brash and doesn't give a fuck about anything, but he's just yelling all the time, and I can't deal. Like that's so. Demon Slayer is a good show. It would be good if the characters were just a little bit less, but like they, like for the anime comedy, they have these two other guys, and it's just like fucking ridiculous. I did enjoy the movie that came out though.
I was gonna ask if you saw that because I hadn't seen it yet. I've watched all the TV shows, but not the movie.
Yeah, the movie's good. It's sort of like two different movies in one. Like they. It's like the demon train part of the movie is one thing, and then like after they defeat the demon train, there's like a whole nother movie after that where they fight some other demon, and it's really weird because like he just kind of shows up, and then you're not really invested at all in anything. It's like oh yeah, I'm here. I'm better than that guy. Like it's
surprise, I'm better than him.
Yeah. So like that was kind of lame, but the animation's sick, so it's still worth watching. But I just thought it was it's a weird feel to it, where they're just like, okay, that's done. Now on to the next thing, like in the same movie.
That's awesome. Did you know that Witcher is getting an anime thing for Netflix? I was unaware. Yeah.
Oh, so they're not doing live action, or
they're still doing that's two separate things. They have live action
two
still, and then there's an anime thing.
Didn't they just have their whole like own online WitcherCon or whatever that was?
You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, you're totally right.
I didn't think Witcher was that big, but apparently.
Well, I mean, the game is huge, but the books have been out for forever.
Yeah.
Which I still crack up thinking about how like I think the writer of the books like sold the rights or whatever for a video game to them for like pennies on a dollar because he didn't think they'd be successful, right. And then it just blew up. And I think he recently sued them because he's like, hey, you're making all this money, and I got like $1,000 out of the deal. Like, what the heck?
Well, hey, bro.
I know you screwed up. You didn't have any confidence in you making.
They didn't have a gun to your head when you signed the contract, did they?
Right.
I think you just fucked.
Here's my train of thought about being secure on your IP. Is that if you end up distributing 1,000+ versions or copies of your product or IP or book or whatever, hang on to those rights because there's something there. Like that's what Eastman. I always come back to Ninja Turtles for some reason, but that's what Eastman and Laird, for a majority of their careers, have done. It's like they sold that first printing of Ninja Turtles. It was like, it gained traction slowly. So they're like, okay, there's something here. Let's develop this. Let's hang on to this. Let's merchandise this, and that's why we got a lot of Turtles merchandise eventually. But they got a huge cut of everything. So,
George Lucas.
Oh yeah, he got $1 billion for his stuff. Like you can give me $1 billion forever.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you make something, you got it. Like because even to make Star Wars, you had to give up a bunch of stuff. But he's like, toys are mine, and this is mine, and I know where I can get my money at. And he always had his foot in the door. And then next thing you know, he's still running everything, and nobody can say shit to him. But he's got this whole empire. So that is definitely, I think, the model you want to follow.
I'm just saying, it's like if you have an original idea And before you give away kind of your rights to it, take a second and be like, but do I really want to do that?
Or you look like Mark Millar. He's like they've been trying to get the Millarverse going, but it's not really it hasn't really caught on just yet. But I mean, like he's still keeping his hand on on something for anything that he does, but obviously still putting out a bunch of stuff out there.
Well, I find his stuff to be the more difficult thing, just because like say something like Wanted, when they did adapt it, they couldn't adapt it the way the comic is because the comic is a send up of like DC Comics. Like everyone is character beat for character beat, like analog for a DC Comics character that you'd be like going to court forever on all the characters in it. So yeah, like it's hard because some of his better ideas are lampooning or parodying directly like more mainstream, more successful interpretations of them. Like Wanted is basically the Legion of Doom. Kingsman is amped up James Bond. That's a little bit easier to adapt for other things. But yeah.
But they recently had that superhero show on Netflix. That's a Millarverse.
Jupiter's
Jupiter
Legacy.
Ascending. Or
Jupiter's Ascending.
No.
Something, yeah.
Jupiter's Legacy, I think is.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Either way, it got canceled.
Wasn't Jupiter Ascending that Mila Kunis movie?
Yes.
Yeah, You're right. You're right.
That was the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
Doing the Matrix thing. And Channing Tatum was a flying dog dude.
Yeah.
And Sean Bean was a bee guy.
Yeah.
I remember. It's all coming back to me now.
Did he die in that movie? Because that's important.
I
don't
think
he does.
I think he was mortally wounded or gravely injured, but I don't think he died.
I want like a whole TV show of how will Sean Bean like die in the episodes. Like he just like he dies in everything. So like just have like 6 episode season of him just randomly dying.
The only movie in it the only movie with Sean Bean in it where he didn't die that I liked was The Martian.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't that. he was in a movie. He was in the movie Ronin, and he didn't die, but he quit the team halfway through.
And that's worse than death.
With Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like
because they found out like he was just posing, like he wasn't actually like a mercenary or whatever. He was a poser, and so they're just like, "Get out of here! Get out of here, you!"
You're a big faker. You're nothing but a big fat phony.
Phony.
No, that's cool. Allison Mack is going to jail for 3 years.
Is that
the Smallville actress?
Smallville, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
For her role in the Nexium stuff. So
I thought it'd be longer though, because she totally set people up.
It should be longer. Yeah, she branded like 50 people.
Yeah.
Just 3 years, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yep, just 3 years. If that, then she might like
good behavior out in a year. Yeah.
Define white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll brand 50 people, then go to jail for a year.
Yeah, let me go brand 50 people and see how long my ass ends up in jail if I make it.
Let's not hang out with Max anytime soon, Mike.
Yeah. Well,
come on,
New Jersey, easier said than done.
Why won't you come to my barbecue?
I don't. First of all, we know barbecue. We know barbecue's code for something else.
Yeah. You just got like a butane tank and like an iron thing. Why ain't anyone coming to my barbecue?
This barbecue smells weird. Oh, that's dark.
We're having long pig.
Traumatic emotional and physical abuse. Oh, God. No, yeah, it's fucked. Like I saw that update and I'm just like, it should be longer.
Mm-hmm.
That was monstrous stuff.
Yeah, for a long extended period of time. Like
I mean,
it's not
at least
like it was. Yeah,
the head honcho guy, he got 120 some years. So
yeah, screw that guy. Yeah,
that's the justice there.
But even still, like if you facilitate any of this shit, like you should get a
go down. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, RICO's a thing, right? You're an organization and you share the blame across the thing. That's how they got rid of the mafia.
Yep. I watched The Dark Knight. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Rico. We can get him with a Rico.
53 hours of Law and Order. I'm well aware.
That Harvey Dent, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did. What a good guy, that Harvey Dent. Hero of the city.
Too bad stuff happened to him, but you know.
Yeah.
At least he
Whole
was
half
never,
of his face.
At least he never joined a cult.
So there's a TV show on Fox, or FX rather, Reservation Dogs. Have you guys seen that at all? There's 4 kids are trying to get to California and raise money or whatever. The only reason I'm bringing it up is it reminds me like they're dressed like Reservoir Dogs. They're all in suits. I feel like I don't know how much they're going to play off of that or not.
I mean, is it a reality show? Is it an original?
No, it's a TV show. It's a straight scripted deal. It's from Taika Waititi.
Oh, might be good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've never heard of it, but
all right, I have the trailer if you want to watch it, but only if you guys want to.
Well, there you go.
Throw it up.
Speaking of Taika Waititi and trailers, did you guys? Well, we'll get to that later.
Oh shoot! All right.
Well.
Oh, go ahead and speak about it, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Korg and the Deadpool corporate synergy trailer thing for that movie. I'm not really caring about the new guy.
Yeah, Save Guy or whatever.
Or Free Guy.
Free Guy.
It's something guy.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds is the titular guy.
It doesn't look great.
I like that trailer though, where there was just him and Korg sitting on the couch, being like,
"Here we go.
You're my first official MCU crossover."
What the heck? Do you like to see my mail? There we go.
Yeah, I'd love to see your mail.
There you go. You see it? See it? Good.
Okay.
That wouldn't see this whole food truck, would you? Oh. Oh, the truck. Broad daylight.
Put your seatbelt on. Seatbelt? People safety. We're stealing a chip truck.
Go! Apparently it was full of chips. I've never seen anything like that. You're good, please. Best in town. Oh, thank you. It is a small town.
Okay.
Tell your friends.
I like it.
I don't have any. Well, get some then. We could be in California as soon as 2 months. California, here we come.
California.
Oh shit! Oh, paintball. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You and your
Paintball.
What?
Nah, I just no idea. You guys watching this? It's gonna be like a month.
What kind of game is supposed to write Amblo?
Indian Mafia couldn't make up their minds if they want to be Bloods or
This
Crips
looks
more.
great.
Maybe they're Bloods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like making fun of Stranger Things.
It's hard to be a warrior.
But I feel like them dressed up in suits like this is straight out of Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the title too.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's like it's about time, like indigenous people, like.
Yeah, I'm all about it. This will be fun.
And on Hulu too. Cool.
Yeah,
I got Hulu. I'll watch. No, yeah. I'm all for that. That looks like fun.
Yeah, I'm down. And I love Taika Waititi, so that's.
I know he was your director in the last remake Revolution.
Yeah, I honestly could not think of anyone else directing a movie. I'm just like, I guess I go with that.
Gotta love that last minute remake scramble.
Yeah. Speaking of scrambling, do you have your stuff ready for your romantic moments, Max?
What was the? Of course I'm ready. Of course.
I mentioned this now because we're about to go to commercial break. So if you needed time to Google something.
5 romantic movies. And they don't necessarily have to be rom-coms.
Romantic movies?
Not movies, moments, I thought. Was it moments or movies? Either way.
Top 5 romantic moments.
Let me double check.
It's
whatever we
Jam plus top 5 romance movies.
Oh, okay.
I got movies, so the whole movie's a moment. I'm there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm totally prepared for this. Obviously.
So what we told the folks that are joining us, Jason mentioned we're doing top 5 romance moments in movies.
Oh.
So either way, we'll figure it out.
Well, I'm just gonna say movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was what made it hard for me. I was like, what are we doing with this? All right. I'll say the moment and then the movie, and we'll call it the day.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm totally prepared for both lists, obviously.
Yeah, I just wanted to warn you. We're about to have 3 or 4 minutes for you to Google your little butt off.
I don't bring my notebook and pen Pokemon going with me, but I am notebook and pen guy. Everyone knows me as this. So
always prepared guy is Max.
Always prepared with my handy notebook and pen, and I'm totally 100% ready for this already. So
all right. Well, they're joining us at 1. So I'm going to kick off our commercial break now. I'm hoping this meets everybody naturally, but we'll see how this goes. So, see ya.
All right.
Talk commercial, take 5. Hey, Jason, have you ever been accused of a crime?
I have not yet, John. But if I ever was, there's only one man I would call, and that man is Benjamin Matlock.
You would be right to do that because he's a guy that can certainly clear your name of any accusations that come your way. It doesn't matter, man, if you're accused of, say, I don't know, murdering your ex-husband live on your TV cooking show, or using a pair of scissors to stab your business manager to death, or maybe you sneak into your landlord's office and off him overnight during the Christmas season. Matlock can get you taken care of. And you know what? He's also a dude that is a subject of a pretty cool podcast called Matt Talk, right, Jason?
Yeah, he is. And I'm so glad John just aired out all my dirty laundry. But it's great to know that when I stab my landlord or I, commit any crimes, I can call the one man. And that one man is Benjamin Matlock.
That's right. And you can check out our podcast called Matt Talk every second and fourth Monday of the month. It's available on all of the podcasting platforms, including Anchor. Just go to anchor.fm/Matt Talk. And it's available through the Facebook page. Of course, that is at Matt Talk Podcast. And you could check out every single episode when they drop. And real soon, it'll be available every Saturday at noon through the Scene Snobs channel. Just look for the Scene Snobs, on Facebook or thescenesnobs.com. Jason, tell them about the email and the Twitter account, please.
You guys can email us anytime at benmattalk@gmail.com. That is benmattalk@gmail.com. One more time, benmattalk@gmail.com. Email me. Let us know what you think of this commercial. Let us know what you think of the episodes. We have some great interviews with Lori Lathine and
Linda Pearl and Scott Valentine and a ton of other great episodes. And by the way, check us out on Twitter. We're just got on Twitter at MattTalk_podcast. And so, ladies and gentlemen, check out an episode. And as they say in court, nothing further.
Hi, I'm Casper.
And I'm Becky Gremlin.
And we're the hosts of Don't Fuck With The Original.
We are a spoopy horror podcast that pretty much covers everything under the genre.
We cover haunted locations, we cover true crime, cryptids, movies, anything you can literally think of. We are all over it.
Everything spoopy.
On Wednesdays, and why?
Wednesdays are for podcast. Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, it's John Orlando from the PBD Cast. Are you wondering where you can find my podcast? Well, it's real simple. Just go over to pbdcast.com, the online home of yours truly, or it's available through all of those major podcasting platforms. Just search for it in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio app, and don't forget that every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, I do a live broadcast of the week's episode of the PBD Cast through the Facebook page. Just go over to facebook.com and search for @PBDcast and join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. So I'll chat at each and every one of you later.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Scene Snob, McManhattan, and I'm here to tell you guys about thescenesnobs.com. We're a channel of variety, comedy, entertainment, geek-related, sports, the whole 9 yards. We cover almost every genre. And we have so many great shows to choose from. We have shows like the Scene Snobs Podcast, BTB Podcast, The Guapo Show, the Sports Snobs Podcast, the PVD Cast, Jeff Dwoskin presents Crossing the Streams, the Three Geeks Podcast, the Fandom Effect. We probably have the only Matlock-based podcast called Matt Talk, and we're introducing new shows all the time. We have new shows coming up like the Ear Hustling Podcast, Carpool Shenanigans, and of course, from some nobodies, Twitching Upstream and Talking Upstream. So come on, check out thescenesnobs.com, enjoy it, and please leave feedback. Like, follow, subscribe us, and just let us know what you think. We love to have all the interaction. So I, again, am the Scene Snob McManhattan. Check out thescenesnobs.com. You can follow us anywhere on social media at The Scene Snob, and we will talk to you guys soon. Take care.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Gunnar Qualen.
I'm Jenna Sinclair.
From churchofsecrets.org.
You're listening to John, Dan, Scott, Max, and Jason
on the Three Geeks Podcast.
Yeah, we're back.
And speaking of Gunnar Qualen and Jenna Sinclair, we have
well, waiting for women.
Well, yeah. We have Gunnar. Yeah.
I hear her tromping around up there. Yeah, you hear that? I don't know if you guys could hear that.
It's all good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Cool.
I'm listening. She's going to make an entrance. Here it goes. She's laughing. Okay, got your coffee mug?
I got my coffee. I got my water.
Coffee and water.
Coffee and my water.
Look at you go, man. You're on your East Coast this morning?
I don't know.
You sound like Rhoda Morgenstern.
Oh, thank you.
It was our first tragedy in Alaska.
Okay.
Carved a pumpkin for the neighbors to admire. Heard a noise, went outside. Was a huge hungry moose.
You're doing my line.
You're the one that came down here sounding like you're running a deli in the Bronx.
Can y'all just improvise a story for us here in this? Like, I just want to listen to you guys just improvise a story.
Yeah, we don't even talk to you. We just listen.
Can we just listen?
In Alaska, there's a place you can go where they pick up moose poop and then drop it from a helicopter.
Really?
Yeah.
For fun?
Why?
You have to be there. It's more fun than it sounds like.
Is that during that time of year when there's only like 1 hour of like nighttime?
Super bored. Yeah,
people are just super bored and restless.
I don't want to participate, but I would like to go and see. Like,
you better bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Well, I'm mini mouse
bad with a
today.
bird crapped on you.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, moose might give you a concussion.
There is a poem for little kids for that. Little birdie in the sky dropped some doo-doo in my eye. I'm a big boy, I don't cry, but I'm sure glad that cows don't fly. So, moose. I'm glad
Me
moose
too.
don't fly. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, no, bring your umbrella for sure.
And just brace him for impact again.
I thought I wanted to go to Alaska, but
not during whatever week Max is talking about.
Yeah. It's only a week. Cool. It's not a whole season.
Yeah.
Moose poo season.
Hello, it's Gunnar and Jenna coming to you from Alaska at the height of moose poo season.
Oh,
hi.
Yeah,
all the
is
people,
cool.
those are all my Pokemon Go friends.
Oh, hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Right in the screen. What's up, dude?
Now, that
yeah.
guy I don't know.
Oh.
He's still there.
Watch out for that moose dropping.
Lock your door, Max.
How often do you have cheeks on your window?
Yeah, that's cool.
Not those cheeks.
Yeah. Different kinds of droppings, you know.
Oh man.
Good God.
So what have you two been up to? Any fun books you want to talk about? Anything you want to?
Oh, you betcha. You betcha.
Yogasm.
So, yes. So we've been doing a bunch of action adventure books by Samantha A. Cole. They're also romance, but lots of special ops and special forces characters.
She's a cop, or was. She was
Yeah.
a police officer in New York, and now she writes, and she's very convincing. So when she writes about guns and how to pie a room, how to stack a door, all these technical terms. Maybe you guys that are into like paintball and stuff would know that, but she writes authentically about action. But yeah, spies need love too, so it's romance.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Especially
of fun.
James Bond.
Yeah.
And we just finished a romantic comedy by Jane Henry.
It's our first rom-com.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, by another author. We wrote some of our own, but
that's right.
But she wrote this. She said she was going to write a rom-com for us to narrate, and that was 4 years ago. So I think this was it.
Yeah. It's called Yogasm.
Yeah, it's a
I wonder
yogurt.
what that means.
Yogurt shop owner falls
Yogi
in
Bear?
love with the neighbor.
What?
Yogi Bear or Yogi Berra?
Oh,
Some
Katie.
baseball player just cracking jokes in the outfield.
Yeah.
They own these three ladies. They own a yogurt shop.
And the neighbor is an Italian restaurant owner who's wealthy and hates them, but then one of them's cute, so
Gunnar
changes the dynamic. You're really pissed.
ladies do you
God
play?
damn, you said, ooh, hey, you come here often? What's your sign? So suddenly, his rage softened at the sight of her.
Suddenly he wants a smoothie
Yeah, he did.
at the yogurt place.
Really bad.
So that one we just finished, and it will be out in about sometime
A couple weeks,
sometime this month. So
Right.
Yogasm by Jane Henry.
Yep. Yeah, we've been very busy, and that's
Yes.
fun. So it's cool to have a lot of people that want you to narrate their books.
Yes, and what's cool, people may not know that the kind of narrating we do is called duet style,
Yeah.
which means he says all of the male voices.
It never occurred to me that I just do the whole book, but a lot of books are done by one guy. Like Harry Potter is done by Jim Dale, and he does everything. He's the girls, he's the monsters, he does every voice and even some special effects. To me, I'm like, I got a girl. You want to be the girl?
I'll be the girl.
Yeah,
I'll
what
be the girl.
Yeah,
I'm a girl. I think I'm a girl. Yeah, I'll be the girl.
I'm curious.
Lesbian tried to pick her up yesterday, going to the cheese shop. Holy crap! She's like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and then she points at her boobs.
Yeah. Oh well.
I just about didn't get her out of there. I mean, it was literally like,
Brave new world that we live in.
Time to make some fondue.
I was just
Right.
curious. What's the biggest cast of characters you've had to narrate for between the two of you?
Ooh.
Like,
That's a good question.
That'd be Samantha's books. The police officer author, Samantha A. Cole, will have a cast, and this is what makes it hard. All the guys are alpha males. So luckily, there might be a guy they call Cowboy. So it's like a squad of men who all are elite ex-Navy SEALs going to rescue, usually a girl. The last one was a woman stuck on a mountain.
Right.
So you got all these characters, and you got to kind of go a little bit Irish with Nick. Nick's Irish. Hey, cowboy, yo, dude, and you just kind of. It's in some of those scenes. I'm like, your mind reels because you've got to take notes and you've got to write down. And sometimes you cheat. You use characters in your mind from movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So.
Has Mr.
Yeah,
Nicolas
I really
Cage
like
ever
Sean
worked his way?
Harris. He's good. What? Sorry, Mike.
Has Mr. Nicolas Cage ever worked his way into your repertoire of
Oh, I
characters?
can't do Nicolas Cage.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We were talking about
The
Nick Cage
hardest
earlier.
to do
so.
is that narrator that he played God. I'm sorry. But
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I'm getting Morgan one word at a time. I was. I'm trying to get a whole sentence of him.
You do a good version of.
I can do John Wayne. I can kick your ass.
Star Wars.
You taste good. Star Wars?
No, I'm sorry.
Star Trek. Spock, you taste so good. To not taste good would be illogical, Captain. Like that.
Yeah.
Do Shaggy, zoink, Scoob, better get out of here. I don't remember all my voices.
James Earl Jones.
Oh, James Earl Jones? No, Luke, I am your father. Now that's funny because we were at a show and I'm showing off just, Luke, I am your father. And then this other narrator who has more of a tenor voice goes, no, Luke, I'm your daddy. He's the one brought down the house. All the girls ran over there to get autographs and selfies, and I'm all alone with my ballsy voice.
With your big voice, your big throbbing voice.
Yeah, my throbbing clock. Oh my God.
Are you guys cool enough with an author to just maybe Jenna does all the male parts and you do the female, but as a joke. Like you send them this.
That is a great idea. I think you should do that. At least just a scene. That's a fantastic
Obviously,
idea.
it might take a bit of time to do the whole thing. But,
Yeah. Oh, that's great. We do. We make mistakes, and so we make bloopers, and we give the author the bloopers along
reel.
with the book. Yeah, the blooper reel, because they're very funny.
They use it for promotion. So, yeah. I don't have throbbing clock, but one of my narrator buddies says I have a throbbing clock on my blooper reel. His throbbing clock. Yeah, that is scary.
It's always the right time.
Does it like pulse every second? Like the throbbing clock.
He was like, "Oh, good, here comes the bong. Hang on."
What are we having?
Like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big and little hands.
Jesus. Yeah, cold hands. You might be onto something, man. A timer vibrator. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Sweet Caroline as your son.
Okay, well, now you guys asked us to think of our five top romance moments in movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We sure did.
Yeah. Okay. So we were chit-chatting about this over a glass of wine last night. And so here's what we came up with.
So we can go around in order, or we can just do the whole list. Either way, we can make it work either way.
So you guys haven't done
We all
yet?
have something. We all have something.
Yeah, let's see yours.
Oh, good. Yeah, show us yours.
You show us yours, we'll show you
I'm
ours.
definitely prepared for this because I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
I'm never unprepared.
So prior to you joining the commercial part, I was like, Max, you have 5 minutes to figure this out. And he's like, Googling it.
I'd already figured it out.
Don't lie to people.
I would never lie. They call me notebook and pen guy.
No one does. All right. We're going to start with the top 5 here. And we'll go around clockwise for me. So, Mike, do you want to go first?
Sure. Well, I kind of cheated on the assignment a little bit because I was just like, oh, movies that are romantic. Because movies to me are just one big moment. So sure. But first up, an honorable mention, because it's not a movie technically, but it's like an episode of a TV show, Black Mirror, the San Junipero episode. Really well done episode. Really like gets me every time, like crying and so forth. Really loving type of episode, which is really weird for Black Mirror. But
yeah, that is a bit.
But my number 5, it would definitely be any scene with Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder and Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of like. I kind of dig, like, because honestly, this isn't so much it's not a really scary version of Dracula as it is a romantic version of Dracula. And it's just a bunch of, like, the dude bros trying to stop her from being with her one true love across time. And it's that line, I traveled across a river of time or some ocean of time for
Ocean's
you.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Awesome.
That's my number 5.
Very romantic. All right, Max, what'd you get?
My number 5. I also did some whole movies, and there's some movie moments in my list. But my number 5, and you always know I go from like the least of the thing to the most of the thing. So the very bottom of the list is Die Hard. Man,
that's a Christmas show.
Yeah, Christmas and romance.
It's about a man. He loves his ex-wife. He loves his family so much that he's willing to brave the Nakatomi Plaza. And I think that it says a lot about a man who's willing to go to his wife's office Christmas party for any reason, or even an ex-wife. That shows a lot of love. So that's why it's not necessarily a love story, but it's a lot of love that motivates the movie, and so that's why Die Hard gets my number 5.
Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. That's great.
I love it when he comes walking out and he's a mess and goes, "Hi, honey." Barefoot.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you can't walk over all that glass.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry, but otherwise, the movie was awesome.
And you got to look Die Hard for Germans.
You don't like pain in movies.
What?
Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
He's talking to the one guy.
Alan, wasn't it? Alan Rickman.
Yep.
Hans Gruber. Benefit of a classical education. He's an awesome actor.
Yes.
Died way too soon, man. God bless you, Alan. He's awesome.
Yes.
Very unique voice too, man.
Yeah.
You knew. I never saw him do animation, but you'd know it was Alan talking because he just had a unique sound. But that's fun. Is it us?
Yeah, so we're gonna pick the like kind of like the lowest.
The 5? Well,
number
she's
5.
pointing Hocus Pocus. This is a personal fetish of mine. The Sanderson sisters are on the side of the road and a bus drives up. And Bette Midler talks to the guy, says, "What is this contraption?" And he goes, spits out his gum, "Call it a bus." And she's like, "What is its purpose?" And he's like, "To take you to your most forbidden desires." And they giggle, and Bette goes, "Well, we desire children." And it's hilarious because it's a double entendre, because the guy goes, "Well, it might take me a couple tries, but it shouldn't be a problem." The next scene, Sarah's on his lap, honking the horn and bouncing up and down. The kids miss it. They don't get that the guy's saying, "I can give you children." I think he means he's going to go looking for them. But I love Easter eggs like that, especially in a Disney, which Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out. So it is topical. But I think that's a very romantic scene. I think he picked up 3 girls really smooth for a bus driver.
Yeah.
Fanfare.
Turn that stop sign up and got to bed. What were you saying, Max?
Oh, I actually got to see Hocus Pocus in theaters recently. Like,
You did?
I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, us too. It's we like comedies, so I think almost all of our scenes are from romantic comedies.
No, we got a Star Wars and Raiders.
Mine too. Die Hard is a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Terrible.
What about you, Justin?
Mine, I did a couple of bromances because I thought it'd be fun. So I did Rocky 2, where they're running on the beach with Apollo Creed and Rocky. I was like, what's really romantic, right? Running on the beach. Well, you and your buddy are running on the beach. I thought it was very romantic. If you're a little romantic there.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
They did have a moment.
I mean, it was a budding of a friendship, right? Because they went from hating each other to training and trying to.
Yeah, no, good. I like that. I like that.
No, it's one of my favorite lines for Sylvester Stallone that he does in that movie. He goes, "Yo, Adrian, wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much." That's how he proposes.
That's a good point too. Yeah, he gets married now. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
Proposal ever.
Yeah. I like that.
All right, we're off to number 4. Mike, what did you have?
I got to go with the classic, the ending of Casablanca. It seriously is one of my favorites. Life don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world, that type of stuff. And also, it's kind of a dual romance because as one romance ends, another one begins with the start of a beautiful friendship. So there you go.
Yeah, it's currently on the I like the IMDb Internet Movie Database list of greatest movies ever. Currently, Shawshank's number 1. That surprised me a little bit. Casablanca's up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Casablanca is one of the the classic, great movies that I've actually seen. So, I've never seen Citizen Kane or anything like that, but I've seen Casablanca, so I'm good pick, Mike.
So Max does have some class.
Yeah, a little bit. Don't tell him.
We sure don't see it.
You say that now, and then he's going to say his number 4.
For my next pick, you're going to be surprised and elated at this.
Yeah, Die Hard 2.
My number 4 goes to the romantic comedy Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
It's a story about a man chasing love, and though he doesn't quite get there, he does. It's a bromance, it's romance, it's all of the things. It's a great movie.
You all right? You look rambling to your right. You really in trouble?
I was like, "Oh no, Max shut down. What happened?"
You know what that look Max just did looked like the cop took his license back to the patrol car and he's not coming back. More cars are showing up. Oh shit.
Do they have
How
the
many
dogs?
cops are there now, Max? Yeah. Yeah, I hate it when they do that. Didn't bring my license back, honey. You just called for backup.
I'm gonna be late for dinner. That's
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Yeah, maybe our anniversary too. I don't know. Oh, it's us.
Yeah,
So number 4.
Number 4, the I don't want to do a spoiler, but 50 First Dates. You guys seen that with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
You've all seen it? Oh. Well, as a narrator, of severely respected narrator, the trick in romance is to build some suspense. There has to be drama, especially, well, romance. Are they going to get together or not? So in the struggles, they had a perfect setup. Drew is just,
She's got a big problem.
right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, a lot of the movie just looks like, they're not going to make it. And I love it when she writes in her diary so she'll remember, because the next day she can't remember. And so she's going through stuff and says, we finally made love. It didn't last very long, but it was nice. And he's like, yeah, you could take that out. You can take that out. But the last scene, man, if you don't watch the last 5 minutes, you haven't seen that movie. So you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So we don't want to wreck.
We don't want to be specific and spoil it for anybody, but that last scene totally brings it all home, and it's just such a feel-good romantic.
Yeah, it's a happy ever after, but the denouement is very clever for a guy like Adam Sandler.
Right. It was tender, especially coming from him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of expecting a fart joke, and he really had class though.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it, that's our number 4.
But that's how Adam Sandler gets you, right? The tension of, is the fart joke coming?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Uncut Gems is like that. The title of it's a fart joke, right? Uncut. Yeah.
All right. Justin?
All right. Last of my bromance movies. There's Toy Story, when Buzz is like carrying Woody and they're flying. So it was very romantic. It can be. He saved his life. The toy version of the life. And
To infinity and beyond, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. That's the last one.
Andy's mom has the same toys, Buzz and Woody.
What?
Oh, that's fair.
Oh.
That's fair. That's a good
I
name.
think that's a joke.
Yeah. Make sure they're charged.
That means Buzz.
I pitched that movie to them. They wouldn't have it. Come on, guys. R-rated Disney would be great.
Oh, man.
The AA battery budget would be insane.
Well, we're not going to get out of this anytime soon, because my pick for 3 was Wall-E. So
animation for days.
Yeah. And, the ending of Wall-E. Yeah, that ending where it's like the little spark, kickstarts everything. He saved the human race, and that wasn't even his agenda. He was just like, I just got to rescue Evie. That's all. But he ended up saving
one of the world's most underrated heroes is Wall-E.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a good story. That was fun.
Try to adult that, Justin.
It's a robot. What do you mean? It's super easy to do that. There's attachments. Max, let's hear about Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3 Die Hard 3 was Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is very bromantic, but no, that's not my pick. I actually have an actual romantic movie this time. Surprise, surprise. Number 3 goes to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. With Jim Carrey and was it Kate Winslet?
I think you're right.
Yeah, Kate Winslet.
Like that movie, I actually dug it. Like, it starts off in one place, and like you guys are saying, like, you had to build up a struggle, a drama, and when he's trying to hold on to these these memories that he actually is like, oh my god, I actually find these very precious to me. Like, you see the struggle in him and yada yada. So I thought that was a very, very good actual romantic movie, and it's it's got some funny stuff in it, and it's it's very dramatic. So I thought it showed Jim Carrey on a whole new. Wow, he's on my list twice. I just realized that now.
Yeah, what a romantic man. Yeah, Ace Ventura.
So romantic, that Ace Ventura.
That guano.
We've got somebody who came up on twice, so you'll see. I guess he's going to be number 1 and 2. So
Okay.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
But
Our 3. Live free or die hard. No. It's from Young Frankenstein. You guys all I know it's the Buzz and Woody joke has you laughing, right?
Yeah.
I hope I die hard. Little team helpers, you know. Hey, it takes a village, guys.
A life
Always
well lived.
build a
Or a
team
pill
for-
bottle.
I need to set up my drum
Young
set for these rim
Frankenstein. Have
shots.
y'all seen that one?
A long
Which
time
one?
ago. Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's Gene Wilder,
Mel Brooks.
directed by Mel Brooks.
Mhm.
It's black and white, even though it wasn't that old.
I can't remember the blonde's name.
Terry Garr.
Terry
Terry-
Garr.
thank you.
Poor thing.
Yes.
Terry. There's a lot of romance in this. I mean, it's so phenomenal. He's saying goodbye to his girlfriend at the train. That whole taffeta, darling, and
Oh my goodness, what's her name? His girlfriend?
Madeline
I didn't
Kahn.
write it down.
Madeline.
that's the
Kahn,
actress.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of these people have moved on. Strangely, I think it's only Mel and Terry that are still around. But
I
there's a
believe so.
part where Gene Wilder's frustrated and she starts kissing his fingers. Mwah, 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 mwah. And then you have to splat the hand.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is my big
important.
moment.
Yeah, big moment. Oh, yeah. She goes, "Oh, doctor, you do it."
I didn't look up the line. You do the line.
I have to do the girl's line. She's like, "If only there was some way."
Oh, if only. Oh, I did write it down.
There you go.
If there were only some way I could give you a little piece.
Give you a little piece, and the
Give you a
next
little
scene, they're both smoking in the lab. You know.
That's what we
that
should have
show
done.
is-
Recreate the scene. You guys totally could have recreated the scene.
They did. They just did a little bit.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I'm saying for the whole this, that'd been fun.
Oh, I wish we knew the bit with Madeline Kahn in the cave. She's,
Oh,
you know,
well,
the
you just have to
monster's
sing.
unzipping, and she's like, "I really don't think, I don't. Oh my god!" And then she sings.
Oh, sweet mystery of life.
At last,
Yes.
At last I found you.
that's not
Terrible,
bad.
Jason. Terrible.
And they end up married too, Madeline and the monster. So
Mhm.
good job.
Thank you.
All
She
right.
didn't rehearse that at all.
Did great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You know,
It was in a
Uh,
moment.
just what's your motivation?
Channeling.
Channeling monster dick. Good job.
There's plenty of that online.
An enormous Schwanzstucker.
oh my goodness. My goodness.
All right, so my number 3 is Up when the old man is like reminiscing about his wife. I thought that was very romantic.
You mean
Just
like
the thought
the
of it.
first 5 minutes?
Yeah, dude, that was so sad, but it was very romantic
Yeah,
too.
the
Like
most
the
dramatic
progression
thing
of the
ever.
whole. Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It was a great time. I thought, but very
I've
emotionally
seen-
impactful.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about that. Was done. Pixar is so great. Some of the creatives over there, jeez, you just
Yes.
it takes
You
your
rip
breath
heart
away.
right out. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
they full on like Kalima, rip everyone in the audience's heart out.
Yeah.
Watch them
Yeah.
beat.
Well, they have like total power too. It's like they can toy with you. Sorry, but they just mess with you all they want. They got it full control of you.
They're very,
You know.
they're very dominating. Yep.
Mhm. It's like you're fully
Oh,
hypnotized, and you know, go into their experience, and they own your ass.
Mhm.
Oh, I love The Incredibles.
Yes, Incredibles my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
just yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike number 2.
I'd have to go with the first time that Ronnie and Loretta go to the opera in Moonstruck. That's my favorite.
Ah,
Their first quote unquote date and so forth that kind of spirals out of control because Italian Americans, what you gonna do?
Those crazy Italians.
But yeah, no, Sharon, Nicolas Cage. That's why I mentioned Nick Cage earlier too, because I knew he was going to be on the list somewhere. But yeah, great chemistry all around in that movie.
well, they were both early in their career, and that was when they showed, you know, some of their, you know, chops.
I'll have
Well,
to
like
rewatch that. I
Yeah.
kind of don't remember it, but that'll be great. Is it?
That was like one of Cher's first big gigs as an actress too. It was like,
Mhm.
you know, because of course Sonny and Cher, but then like, oh, she can
Right.
act too. It's like, man.
Yeah, well, I'll
Max,
have to rewatch that.
number 2.
Number 2 is actually a tie. For me, it is a tie between Deadpool and the first Deadpool movie is a romance movie. There's There's plenty of scenes of romance, and they show that Ryan Reynolds is a giver as well as a taker. Like the relationship is very balanced and very loving, and the whole movie is him going after her, so trying to save the girl. So Deadpool is up there, but it ties for me with True Romance, which is also just another great romance movie about two young people in love, and they're just trying to sell some cocaine.
Yep. And Val Kilmer is Elvis.
Yeah, Val Kilmer is Elvis. It's got James Gandolfini and Brad Pitt in it. It's got freaking Kusin Balki from what's it's called. So it's got everybody in it. It's a great movie. Gary Oldman's in it. Samuel L. Jackson. So
oh wow.
True Romance. If you haven't seen, it's starring Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, and it's written by Tarantino, but not directed by Tarantino.
Tony Scott directed it. So.
The left turn that is your mind is magical, Max, and I very much appreciate it. That is fantastic.
No, it's about true love. Like this lady, Patricia Arquette in this movie takes just one hell of an ass whooping from James Gandolfini, and all in the name of love, and it is.
Jeez, all in the name of love. He's getting punched in the face, just like, I love you.
I mean, like, he's chucking her around the room, and she's protecting her love. So, like, it's good. I really, really do enjoy that movie. It's a great love story.
Fair enough.
I don't think I've seen that. So,
you
we're
guys
gonna have to
check
dig it out now. Well, since Max, has two, I'm gonna give my honorable mention to Sausage Party, when everybody in the whole grocery store is all, we can't, just the tips, and then that end. Holy,
oh my goodness! We saw this movie for the first time with our
kid,
with our old. He was an older teenager at the time, and his best friend, and we were all sitting on the couch, just
falling off the couch.
Yeah. How do you not laugh at all that?
It's a lot of romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last scene. But our real number 2 was
I want to take that one. I think that's number 1.
Empire Strikes Back, Harrison Ford.
Ooh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you're taking?
Sure. Okay, then you take that one. Okay.
Well, no. Yeah.
So, Empire Strikes Back.
He's about to be frozen.
So, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. So he's about to be frozen in this bronze thing, and Princess Leia doesn't know if he's going to live or what's going to happen. Yeah. And she says, "I love you," and he says,
"I know."
So good.
I mean,
true romance.
Can't get any more romantic than that.
That's I love that.
That's like one of the top 10 memes I send my girlfriend, and she says, "I love you." I'm like, I know, like I respect that moment. Absolutely, like that's.
That was Harrison Ford's ad lib. Like, I think in the script originally he was supposed to be like, "I love you too," but he's like, Han Solo doesn't say "I love you too." Han Solo's like, "I know."
He has such good ad libs, like the gunshot in Indiana Jones, and then the "I know" thing.
Yeah. Well, do you know, Justin, the gunshot was because there was a fight choreographed, but everyone had diarrhea so bad.
Yeah.
Harrison was like, "I'm out."
The guy who played Sola, that actor said, "Man, I literally was just crapping myself and showering and coming back, So the director was eating canned food. That's all he ate was like Spam.
Oh, gosh.
The rest of them got a bug. So that's why, screw it. Boom, get out of here.
If you look at the movie, if you look at the movie, Harrison Ford, he looks tired in that shot. Like, he's like, "I'm dehydrated," and not because we're in the desert.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you think it's like, I don't have time for this, but it's really like, I am probably going to go shit my brains out. I need to.
Yeah.
I've been to Mexico. I know what that's like.
That's true.
Drank the water.
When we walked up to the pharmacy, they took a look at her, and the lady put a box of stuff out right before we said a word. They're like, "Here you go." Now it was weird because we'd been scuba diving and that all week. So, before you put the wetsuit on, you have to run.
Man,
hope
the inside of that wetsuit's not so good, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a fight for survival down there.
Justin.
Good thing we're filming a movie.
Justin, we lost your sound, bro.
Justin's off. Justin is down.
Yep. See, unprofessional. Just
Lost Justin.
No, it's not better. I can read your lips, but I can't hear
Mike's
your
turn
voice.
anyway.
No, it's Justin's turn.
No, it's
isn't it?
No, he just. Oh no, he was talking about ours, wasn't he? Okay, it's Justin's turn.
How about now?
There we go.
Can hear you, yeah.
Yes, now.
I don't know what happened. Yeah. So number 2 is Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. Sings that song at the end for his romance, right? The whole thing. The whole movie is romantic, but like his
Adam
proposal.
Sandler has made it all over this list. Like that's
Right?
crazy.
He knows how to create a romantic moment because he's a lovable loser.
That's funny.
Cool.
And
All right,
guess
Mike,
that.
what's your number 1?
That was
All right,
another
here we go, Mike's
Sandler
number 1.
Drew Barrymore pairing
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Nice. For number 1, I couldn't pick one moment because this is one of my all-time favorite like romantic movies. It's called Paris Je t'aime, and it's by a whole bunch of different directors. Like you got Wes Craven on here, you got the Coen brothers, you got Gus Van Sant, and they all do like little like short films, but they're all connected because they all take place in Paris. So you got like all these different love stories. There's a vampire one, and no, it's not directed by Wes Craven.
Oh, I was guessing.
The Coen brothers one is really fun. It's just like Steve Buscemi's waiting for like a subway car, and he ends up looking at a dude's girlfriend wrong, and the dude comes over and beats the crap out of him. There's one Gus Van Sant's film, like the guy, he is like expressing his love to this assistant to this art person, but the other guy hasn't said anything, so he's like, I don't know if you understand me because I'm speaking French at you, but I don't know if you speak French. And then at the very end, he's like, it turns out the guy was listening all along but didn't get his name, so it's like heartbreaking. And no, it's like I couldn't pick one particular short film from it, so I'm just like all the moments.
I have not seen that one.
We got 2 shows to see now.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, go ahead, Max.
All right. So for my number 1, I'm choosing an oldie but a goodie, and it is a moment. Like I don't want you to really like watch the whole movie. Just the moment at the end of The Notebook when the wife forgets that one last time and the dude has a heart attack over it. Like that moment is the most romantic moment that you can put in any movie. Like comedy of the year. It was one of the best comedies I've ever seen in my entire life. You go through this whole thing, and then she finally realizes like, oh, the story is them, and there's this beautiful long relationship, and then she just forgets. And they put that whole, so it's like the reverse ending of 50 First Dates.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Notebook, when she forgets, that moment, number 1 for me.
I was waiting for you to drop that comedy thing because I'm like,
me too. Yeah, he's all about the comedy in The Notebook.
Yeah, they got robbed. Should have won Comedy of the Year that year. Didn't even get nominated.
Terrible.
Well,
that's hard to top, man.
Yes,
that's a good. Max keeps surprising all of us, doesn't he?
That's what he's good for. Yeah, Notebook guy. Yeah,
that's one word for it.
Notebook and pen guy.
Yeah, Notebook and pen guy. He's always prepared. That's what they say.
Okay. Never underestimate a guy in his car.
That's right. Just trying to play Pokemon Go and do a podcast.
He's got hidden resources. We're on to 1.
We're on to 1. Yeah.
You describe 1 for it's from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So Harrison made our list twice.
Mm-hmm.
And
so they're how did they? So it's Karen Allen, Harrison Ford. Karen Allen is Marion, and they're on a ship. They've escaped, and it's a time for them to kind of chill. And she says, "You're not the man I met 10 years ago." And he says,
"It's not the years, it's the mileage."
And so then she tries to, you know, he's all hurt everywhere, injured everywhere. She's trying to, you know, help him. Hey.
Everywhere she touches him.
Everywhere she touches him, it hurts. And she says, well, God damn it, Indy, where doesn't it hurt?
Right here.
So she kisses. Mwah.
Right here.
Mwah.
This isn't too bad. And he does this.
Yeah, I love that. She does this. I love that. Mwah.
That was great.
So that's
See, I don't know why we didn't get that movie. There you go.
Great. Yeah.
That was funny. Oh, when she does the mirror, actually, she's trying to see herself and she's trying to shine it. And he's just sitting on the bed and she pulls the mirror down to shine it. And the other side smacks him. They cut away to the outside of the boat. And then you hear, that was a good laugh at his injuries. And then, side note, but we both, we're really heavy into hygiene. I mean,
Yes.
probably TMI maybe, but shower for God's sake, you know, go to the gym a lot. And he's been dragged through the desert. He's all bruised out and she's just smooching him. And we're both going, Gack, I'd have to hose him
Pretty
out.
gritty. Yeah.
He's a bucket of water or something.
It's like, oh, you didn't even shower. Like, what are you doing?
That's true love.
Yeah, Karen Allen really took one for the team there.
It's like, yeah, it's like all the flavor and everything like that. No matter,
Yeah,
you love this lunkhead.
All the flavor.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the mileage. It's just like,
Yeah.
You taste different.
Oh man, that's a really good moment. That is a good moment.
Yeah, that was memorable. Well, you know, you mentioned the shooting scene. There's scenes where audiences just scream. They're like, "Oh, I got it!" Everybody just goes nuts, you know. And that gunshot that Justin mentioned was one of I remember in the theater. Everybody just cheered.
Oh, yeah.
It was phenomenal. It was just, you know, we're all swept up in the moment, and I just love that experience. It's like you wonder if, you know, you can keep having it, you know. And then later, after Indiana, Star Wars, then Jurassic Park, and now lately I'm still kind of waiting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hopeful, you know,
Yeah.
someone will do something.
And it's something that we were kind of talking about on the first hour. So where they're just kind of trying to rehash a lot of things now, redo a lot of older things, and we're not getting new things. And
Yeah.
you know, I thought the nostalgia boom would have ended quicker than it has, but it seems to be going stronger and stronger.
we were talking about the new Indiana Jones movie they're filming right now, and it was just like how it's like nowadays Harrison Ford, every movie he ends up shooting, he ends up hurting himself.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's 112
really?
years old out here breaking a hip.
He gets older and older every time you mention him, Justin.
I know.
Why does he keep getting
Listen,
older?
when I get that age, I expect to be like Paper too. Like it's just a thing.
But what's your
I don't
number
know
one?
how
then?
old Harrison really is.
Isn't he in his 70s?
70s?
Yeah, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
mid 70s, I'd want to say.
Yeah.
But it's
Roger
an
Moore
action
dropped.
film. Sorry, go ahead.
Not at all. No, well, Roger Moore dropped out of Bond because he said it was getting ridiculous. He
Mhm.
started to be Bond at
Kidding.
55, and the starlets he was kissing were in their 20s. You know?
Yeah, I
And
could
he
be your
just-
grandfather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
What's your number one,
So-
Justin?
Oh, mine was pretty low hanging fruit, right? It was the front of the ship Titanic, just holding the. I mean, it was just the doomed relationship, right? It's like the ship's about to die and it'll sink. The whole thing.
For a second there, I thought you Pretty Low Hanging Fruit was the name of the movie. I'm like, what is this movie?
Yeah. Well, you can see it around midnight on Cinemax, and it's wonderful.
No, I've seen that one. It's good. It's really
Yeah.
good.
I mean, they should pay him more, you know?
There's
Very
a fee, but
Shannon Tweed in it.
you're right though. Titanic is that bow, the bow, I guess, is very.
The best moment of Titanic is not that moment. It's actually the one where the dude jumps off the back of the ship and
Hits the propeller. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be something like that for you, man.
That is the best moment.
I
So
still
actually
remember
was.
when we went to the theater. Yeah, and my mom was unaware of like the nudity scene of it, and I was like 10, and I had two friends with me, and she glared at us. She's like, "You close your eyes." I was like, "All right." She was like, I don't think she cared that I saw it, but she didn't want my friends to go home and tell their parents that she was showing them nudity. Like, she was like, "Close them."
That's
Roll them up.
I mean, that's not the worst thing that you could see.
No,
with
no. But it just made me laugh.
Tastefully
No.
done.
Yeah.
It's not like you took your parents to go see Wolf of Wall Street on Mother's Day.
Oh boy!
Oh wow!
Like,
yeah.
Just because they were curious, and I'm like, you sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, all right, what was that? Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
That would be the one I'd be like, oh, I didn't realize I shouldn't take kids to this.
What's that Christmas show with Hugh Grant that we love?
It's at Love Actually.
Love Actually.
It has a lot of great.
Have you guys seen that?
A lot of great love stories in that.
There's the one that we think is kind of cute is this little couple that's they're
Oh my God.
stand-ins.
Yeah, they're not even big names. They got all these great name actors in that show. Hugh Grant's in there, and oh my God,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman's one of them.
Yes.
But these two, they are the lighting models for a porno. So they're not really the porn stars. So the guy will like warm up his hands and hold her boobs, and then they'll just stand there, and then the lighting guy will come and measure the light, and then they step off, and the porn actors come in. So they're not really doing that, but they are naked, and then they're very polite.
They're so polite. That's so cute.
Yeah, he's real polite with her. When he finally asks her out, they go on a traditional date. They've already been hanging out naked for hours.
Yeah,
it's very funny, that side story.
They don't actually get intimate until like off screen at the end of the movie. Like they're like, we're finally gonna see what the big deal was with regards to us being naked the whole time. It's Bilbo from The Hobbit is the guy. Yeah,
Martin.
That's the guy. Jeez.
What? Really?
I didn't know. Yeah.
Or
I'll have to see that.
Watson from Sherlock. Yeah, he's probably.
Maybe I was just staring at her breasts the whole time. I don't know.
I mean, we're not really focusing on faces.
I usually have shaders on at that moment too. I get you.
That's interesting. I never connected that.
Well, that's the thing. We've really gotten used to. I mean, you were talking about seeing boobs with your arm. My first one was the Clint Eastwood show. Was the Iger sanction, and this woman walks into the bedroom with her top off, and it's very short. I don't think this scene lasts more than a second with her topless. But I've always really been into Clint Eastwood and mountains, and I like to go. It was a climbing movie, and I like that stuff. Now, I mean, our kids, I know they know everything.
Well, they're all adults now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, internet. It's like our kids, all of them. In fact, one of our neighbors tried to accuse my son of getting them on porn and getting them a virus. So she called me and said, your son was with my son and got on the computer, and now we have a terrible virus. And my son told me that your son taught him how to get onto porn, and that's why we have a virus. And I said, it wasn't my son. She goes, well, they were over here. And I said, I'm sure that's true. She said, well, they were looking at the computer and now we have a virus. I said, I'm sure that's true. And she said, well, how do you know it wasn't your son that showed my son? And I said, because everyone in my family knows how to look at porn and not get a virus. She couldn't believe I said that. I was like, no. And I said, look, I got an 11-year-old over here. My younger son, he can show you porn and not get a virus. This is like,
gotta be tech savvy.
Porn 1A, the first lesson. Son,
yeah.
You don't click on those links, okay? If you find pretty boobs, give them to me. I'll make them a screensaver. But you don't go to those sites.
Yep.
The local ladies do not want to meet you.
Like, ma'am, I taught my son how to look at porn, and I know that
It's a new Boy Scout merit badge. Actually.
Yeah, it's a merit badge now. Surfing without viruses.
It's in between knots and fire.
Yeah,
right in between those.
That's right. Yeah, well, the new scouts, putting on condoms, all whatever you need to do.
And it's like
the modern world requires modern solutions.
Every single app we have will give us a virus of some kind at some point. It's like,
Well, I mean, apps now are asking permission to take all your stuff anyway. So
it's like giving away our information anyways. Just being on here. Hi, big brother.
Yeah. You're watching a porno, and then 3 seconds later, you get a phone call like, "We're here to talk to you about your car insurance or the warranty on your vehicle." It's like, how did this happen?
Have you met your Savior, Lord, and Jesus Christ? Oh no! Dang it!
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Talk to me in 10 minutes.
Talk to me in 10 minutes.
I'll be in a much better mood.
I'll need to repent.
Just
Oh my goodness.
the idea that you're willing to commit to the callback.
Yeah. You're in a hurry.
I can't believe they asked you to call back.
I like to mess with those guys when they give me like all the freaking telemarketer people. I enjoy like trying to have a conversation with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like you just see how long you can carry on the conversation before they hang up on you. And
cool.
Like, sometimes you try to make them mad or whatever. You're like, let me. I tried to get one guy to let me talk to his manager, and then he got very upset. I was like, he was like, you're fooling around. I was like, I'm not fooling around. I want to talk to your manager. Like if this is a real company, you should have a manager that I can talk to. And then he hung up on me. No,
very romantic.
Yeah, you really pivoted.
I'm trying to make a friend.
I'm so lonely. Could you talk to me?
I have a hypothetical for the group here, since we talked about like romantic moments in movies, and they've been kind of all over the place, like action adventures, space epics, comedies. What would be kind of your ideal romantic moment with your significant other or partner or whatever? Like, what would be the genre of it? Would it be like action adventure, like on the run from the bad guy and just get caught up in the heat of the moment? Would it be what have you?
I think in space, like I would in my romantic moment, just because like it would actually be harder to have a like romance in space than it would on Earth. Like gravity is actually quite helpful in a lot of things.
Like, I can hardly breathe. Oh wait, there's a hole in the wall. 1 second.
Right, and then like you're literally like one hairs away from death. Like any number of things could go wrong at any time. So yeah, I think space would be the my ideal romantic moment.
Okay.
Well, I have an actual serious answer, but that was good, Max. That was awesome.
Space. The final dating frontier.
Some of my favorite romantic moments are we like to dance together. Like swing and
ballroom.
Yeah, ballroom.
Yeah.
Swing and salsa. And so there's a hotel near us that before COVID, they would have these pool parties where it was adults only. They'd have a live band at the poolside, and it was so awesome. And so we would dance, and we could jump in the pool, and just fantastic memories. Just so happy dancing and being in a fun, listening to a live band. It was awesome. Those are some awesome, my favorite romantic memories with this guy.
Yeah. Aww. Well, there you go. We've been together 34 years. We met dancing. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's kind of fun to know the first words I ever said to her were, "You want to dance?" She said, "Yeah." So that's my most romantic moment, was her saying yes. I wanted to keep going with that.
That's so sweet.
That yes trend flowing.
I'm gonna borrow
had
that.
My first threesome. A couple of people didn't show up, but I had a good time.
Nice.
Bisexual, bi-curious, and by myself. I've been married to different women. It's just been her changing over 34.
Different personalities.
Yeah, same name.
She's a lesbian magnet. At that pool party, one girl, still her friend on Facebook. If you ever get tired of him, I just love you. She's a lesbian magnet. She's a good magnet too.
I don't know what to think.
Guys like her because she likes guys. She likes you guys. She'd come to a poker game and tell dirty jokes, and that has given me a lot of work. I have had to bring it all these years.
Yeah, do you feel a certain amount of pressure? Like she could easily move on from me. Like I gotta
sure. When I was talking to her, she admitted she'd already slept with 2 people, and I was only a half hour late. Yeah, she's got like science fiction level of game for a girl.
Well, let me tell you something about you. He cooks fantastic. He cooks. He would be single for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, but I'd be the bitch. I'd be cooking, you know. If you're trying to make me sound good, that's a long stroke with a short dick. That's made beer on,
and he makes beer and wine.
Made beer on July 4th again. I know you guys don't want to do that.
That's awesome.
But a serious kid at the gym, he just got married, comes up and this guy's buff and you know, he's all the dream girl for a girl to marry. And he goes, I just got married. And he goes, what's your secret? You guys are like, wow, they ask you this. It's a ton of things. But I said, you don't make a big deal out of shit, dude. Don't make let it go. You'll find that problems are really small once you get a bunch of years out. It's like you look back and, you know, those 35 guys that were all sending you dick pics and calling us at all hours. It's like, fucking, I just talked to them, you know, hey, handsome, or hey, gorgeous. And I'm like, hey, handsome. And they're like, send me a dick pic. Yeah, please. I'm drunk in my underwear. I'll send you one, you know. To her. Like on Facebook, like, I'd get her messages like, oh my God.
See, Max, that's what you got to do with the telemarketers, Max.
Yeah. Send them dick pics. You might go to jail.
Paul, is that you? Is
I like that philosophy.
I would like to talk to you about your extended warranty. Oh, good Lord.
Jeez.
But I agree. You gotta just kind of go with the flow and like have a good time and enjoy the moment for what it is. Yeah.
And laugh at stuff together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Don't laugh at each other, but laugh at stuff together.
Yeah, this is good. Your group is fun. This is awesome. Whenever we see you guys, I'm already happy just when we know we're coming on.
Yeah, we love having you. It's a lot of fun.
Better.
I'm generally happy when I know I'm coming too.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get off the podcast.
Good.
You know, when the Viagra kicks in, you go with it.
I need time to set up my drum set next time to do like rim shots. Come on.
Rim shots? All right. Well.
So they know we were trying to be funny.
Yeah. Nailed it. To answer Mike's question, I think Michael Bay. Lots of explosions would be a lot of fun to be in a room. Like your first like date, be like, "Would you like to go on a date with me?" Then, could you imagine just like, "Do you feel the heat?" Like, yeah, it's a bomb. It was real hot. That'd be
nice. Fun. I guess I better answer my own here.
Yeah, you asked it.
I guess you know that old trope of like soulmates finding each other through the ages. That's like basically the Highlander, except there can be only two.
Cut your girlfriend's head off.
No, not gonna do that. not for a quickening. No. But yeah, like you know, like being able to just like reconnect and rediscover that person over and over again through different circumstances, and maybe you remember them, maybe you don't, but there's always something deep down that's kind of like. I know you. You get me.
That Will Smith movie with Charlize Theron.
Hancock.
Oh, Hancock.
Hancock, Max.
That was really a surprise in that show. That's
I like that movie.
Yeah. You might have brought up your best one as kind of a
that's kind of
a little footnote. Oh yeah, and that one that is an awesome show for romance. Really twisted. That was twisted. Do any of you see that coming?
No, not at all.
Well, and honestly, Mike described it so perfectly. Max defined it.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, like, when I first saw that, I'm like, okay, I get the idea where this is going, and then it's like, oh, there's a whole lore here. There's a whole world. Now. Okay.
Yeah, it was something else. Yeah. Now I want to go see shows.
Yeah.
Too bad we're not closer to you guys.
It's been fun. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'd all go. Yeah.
Well, if you guys ever end up Ohio way, we'll definitely treat you.
Now we want to
go to watch movies and do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
But
we want to come out there now.
So what do you have? Is anything coming up for Gunnar and Jenna? Like, or I know you talked about books recently you've done, but is there anything like future projects you're eyeballing or stuff like that?
Well, yeah, we're always in production on stuff. We're doing
Yeah.
another action adventure right now. Isn't it, Samantha?
It's another Samantha A. Cole.
Yeah. And what's it called? I'm sorry. We just finished
Dead Man's Pulse. Dead Man's Pulse.
We just finished Mountain of Evil for her, which is where they rescue a girl off a mountain. And she's in pretty serious trouble. But this new one's good. Dead Man's Pulse is about a guy in a POW camp. He's not there for long, but it's I mean, I saw it said Samantha A. Cole writes realistically. And this POW camp is in the worst parts of ISIS, and they're doing the most, horrific things to these guys. And 2 of them survive. So the guy comes back. He says, "Yeah, I'm back," but he's not himself anymore.
Yeah, he's got PTSD, big time.
So he's walking around. He said, "I'm a dead man with a pulse." So that's the title. And the guy, he gets invited by this elite squad to be part of them, but they're like, "We have to hang out with you and see how this PTSD is affecting you, and whether you think and we think you can work with us." And it's mixed up in BDSM, and some guys killing submissives down in Tampa, and so they're working all these BDSM clubs, which lends itself to some really fun narrating.
Oh yeah, we do erotica. In case you didn't know, yeah.
She'll be over here doing orgasms, and whenever I want, do another one, do another take. Yeah,
I feel like you can do this one better.
She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm enjoying this."
Don't worry about me over here.
And if you like each other, this is a fun job, man.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
So that's our new one coming out. Will be Dead Man's Pulse, and she writes amazing books. I think we've done 8 or 9 for her.
And now that we're getting over COVID, we love to go to conventions where the authors and the narrators and the fans all get together, and those are a lot of fun. So coming up, starting in 2022, we'll be going to a lot of those conventions again, and that's a lot of fun.
Is there a big convention that, like, a named one that you guys like to go to the most? Like,
Well, they name them really fun names, like Buns and Roses instead of Guns and Roses. Love in Vegas is one of our favorites. We did one. The last one we did before COVID was on the Queen Mary,
right in
Long Beach. Yeah, so that was everyone on a boat. And then there was a cruise with Princess Cruises that they're cutting down the days because it was Princess's first boat out since COVID, and they keep shortening it. And finally, we said, we're out. It sounded fun, but the reason it's so fun, they're like you guys, the real romance fans, they want selfies. They want to,
they're just super supportive.
Yeah, we were at a Halloween party, and these 3 nuns, they're dressed as nuns. They're 3 girls, they're dressed as nuns. And then we had devil horns. So they all put these lighted devil horns on. Great photo op. And then I asked one of them, I said, "Would you like to dance?" And man, her habit was flying in the air when she hit the floor. I mean, it's just nuts level of energy. So that's fun for us.
Fun.
Fun
awesome.
level of energy. Yeah. But that's really cool because I like narrating scary. I like sci-fi, but the fans aren't as
involved. I don't know. Yeah.
Sure.
Supportive.
Fanatical.
Yeah.
And I feel like you answered this before, but are all your books on Audible? Can everyone find you on Audible? Yeah.
Yeah, iTunes and Audible and anywhere that quality books are sold, and ours. So, I think we got about 30 something on Audible right now, and we started full time about a year ago, and it's sort of this is kind of a soft retirement for us. We're just too industrious to really quit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good way to put it?
Sure.
So, and it's a fun job, so it doesn't feel like work.
It is fun. Especially we were in the middle of COVID, and everything was just so sad, and nobody could go anywhere. So we'd come down to our studio and we'd narrate, and we would just totally be taken away into all these stories, and that really saved us from just feeling like going crazy.
Well, it did, yeah, because we were locked down a little bit. Utah is pretty free. How was Ohio? I mean, did you guys get out?
Ohio lockdown. We got pretty serious, only essential and all that stuff for a while. Right now we're open. It's like COVID didn't happen pretty much. Everything's kind of back to normal. But Ohio did get, or at least Columbus. So we got pretty pretty shut down over the whole deal.
Yeah, that was what got us through it. I mean, there's that and drugs, alcohol. Good old buddy,
Yep.
We drank at night and narrated in the mornings. And
that was our recipe for success.
Did you ever flip it? Did you ever drink in the mornings, narrate at night, and see what happened?
Didn't work out so well.
Yeah, it's so fun. It really is fun. At that time, we were narrating for Cherise Sinclair, and she had written a book in Alaska. So we were in Alaska. It really took us away. These guys were in a cabin on a lake, and the adventures were good. So that, thank God. I mean, that, and then movies, like you guys talk about shows. Watch a lot of shows, but we can't wait to get back like that one hotel where she talked about the swimming pool. They're starting that again, finally.
Oh, right. Yeah, the outdoor concerts.
Yeah, they put the
poolside.
band right at the pool, and then she does a kind of a fashion parade where she's in a corset and then a bikini, and then who knows what's
Look
coming.
At me.
So we're in the pool, and then we're up dancing when the music's on, and it's awesome. It's a little Nevada town called Mesquite. You ever heard of Mesquite? Yeah.
No, besides grilling.
It's where everyone in Utah goes to buy liquor.
Okay. Just across the county line.
50 miles.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Mesquite's a small but really beautiful little town. It's very hot, but that's nice if you're going to a pool.
Yeah. It's if you're on I-15 heading to Vegas, you're going to pass through Mesquite.
You will. Then about an hour later, you're in Vegas, which we go all the way to Vegas a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our sanity because our town's tiny.
Yeah.
We're in a little mountain town. So.
That's awesome. Well, I'd love to have you on again. Come as often as you like.
You.
And I think we're about to close it up. What's up? Sorry, go ahead.
Who, me? I
thought you said something. Yeah.
Do a show about action romance. It's good for guys and girls.
There you go.
Maybe next time. But thanks very much. We love you.
Love having you.
Awesome.
Most fun ever.
All right, guys.
Cool.
So that's going to do it for this Three Geeks podcast. Check out Gunnar, Qualen, and Jenna Sinclair narrating all kinds of awesome novels. And again, you can find them anywhere you can find audio books. And we've been your Three Geeks, so please recycle your droids.
Yeah, I have the closing credits. See you, everybody.
Wow.
Straight out of the Pokemon Go mobile.